All guys, who's it gonna be?
I think it's going to be Duke, but Problem's been in this situation before. He loves this. He is in complete control of his own destiny. It's up to him to make plays.
All right, let's take a look at the rosters right now.
Right here, you see it. You see a Randy Moss. You see an Aaron Rodgers, the more traditional quarterback of this matchup. This is Duke's lineup. Walter whited this lineup all the way to an 850 cap number, making a little concoction here, a little move there. Jimmy Graham, Mike Evans hidden at that fifth receiver slot. Problem will be absolutely ready to defend against that. Defensively for Duke, Deion Sanders, Harrison Smith, Jadeveon Clowney, and then that Team of the Year, Khalil Mack, who has been the best defensive player we've seen in this event. Duke's going to need him to slow down that ground game for Problem.
That's right. And as we look at Duke, you know, he was calm, collected. That's got to be a demoralizing loss, though, to Hollywood. He thought coming into that he had some momentum. Hollywood's defense, though, today has been unstoppable. As we look at the other side, live look right now at Problem. Let's go ahead and take a look at his roster and see what he brings to the table.
He brings Darrelle Pryor, an out-of-position player from the Ultimate Freeze inside of Ultimate Team. So this is a wide receiver playing quarterback, but he has all of the ratings of one of the best mobile quarterbacks in the game. And then, of course, Team of the Year Mike Evans, Team of the Year David Johnson. These are the newest, highest-rated items. I believe that David Johnson is the best halfback in the entire game, but he can fumble, potentially. Defensively for Problem, Night Train Lane, Khalil Mack, Team of the Year himself, Harrison Smith, and then that Landon Collins at the cornerback 2 position is a strong safety. He's got the speed, he's got the zone coverage, and he's got the hit power. RG, which of these guys for Problem do you expect to make the biggest impact for him?
Well, if he's going to win this game, he's going to need that Deion Sanders to make a huge impact, because that's who he's blitzing to disrupt Duke's passing game. Deion Sanders is going to be a huge factor into this matchup. Another interesting fact about this matchup is both of these guys have over a decade of Madden tournament experience, and they've never played in a tournament game. That's not something you often see in that situation. So this is the first ever matchup of Problem, of Duke, 2 grizzled veterans. It's going to be sick.
So when you talk about veterans right there's got to be something else, Rico, that gives one of them a little bit extra. Do you think somebody has that?
Absolutely, and it's Duke. Duke has been saying, I've been here for just as long as Problem. I've won consistently throughout this. He wants people to put some respect on his name. So right now, this is his shot by taking Problem out.
Question for Rico, and it's a serious question. Rico, what about Duke at this event makes you believe it's any different? You've always been one of the hardest on Duke, a guy who's been around the community forever. You always say, like, Duke will never get it done. Duke can never close it out. Duke will always mess it up in the last second. Why this time is it different?
I don't know if you had a chance to see the beautifully shot piece that we did earlier, but Duke and I had a chance to sit down, and we really talked about it, broke down his understanding of the game, what he was trying to do, and that chip on his shoulder will have him playing angry enough that I think he will stay focused for the full 4 quarters and solve this problem.
What's your going rate for therapy, for Madden therapy? Because I could use a therapist.
I'll talk to you offline.
All right, Parles, who is your pick then? Obviously, Rico has Duke. Who do you got?
I've got Problem getting out of the group. He's got Duke. We'll update the standings after that, and I feel like I'll be validated. Problem writes the greatest to ever do it. The support's behind him. The community's behind him. His game is behind him. He's going to run the ball, play great defense, and I fully expect him to take control of this game early and close it out.
All right, now on the other side, obviously Hollywood and Evil O are going to be competing. Hollywood is in no matter what, even if he loses. Do we all expect Hollywood to go ahead and finish this thing off?
Evil O is playing for pride. He is from New York. He is a proud man. He does not want to go 0-3. But there's one thing I've learned in life. Some things you just don't have control over. Hollywood's going to hand it to him.
A lot of pride on the line for Evil O. He's a prideful kid. He's a good player, but Hollywood's just been too strong. I think him, True Boy, they've been the best, and they are currently the favorites in this one.
All right, guys, you guys ready for it? This is last round.
You don't want my picks,
ready
team?
for it.
You guys just gonna skip
my picks.
No, you guys are just gonna skip my picks.
Oh, I'm sorry, RG. I
Good looking out,
apologize.
guys. Appreciate it.
No, go
I
ahead.
feel like a great
Go
member
ahead.
of the team.
We're not going to anything until you make your picks. We'll wait. We'll wait.
I'm gonna go with Hollywood. I think Rico's 500 there. Though Duke isn't intimidated by Problem, which is huge, I think that you can't let that happen. I still think problem. He has the clutch trait. He always pulls it out. We saw him make the miracle when he went 1-2 at the Madden Classic. I think he finds a way to get out of group. I'm going with Falls. I'm going problem and Hollywood. Rico's going to end up sticking to the 500 that he's been with his picks all day.
Consistent.
Need.
All right, guys, let's just get to it. This is going to be the heavyweight battle. Everything is on the line. The last spot to the quarterfinals is on the line. It is problem. It is Duke. Let's get to the action right now. Let's go to Scott Cole and Stephen Gibbs for the final call of the day. Gentlemen, take it away.
All right, Tyler and the guys, thank you so much, man. The final game, it doesn't get any better than this. You win, you're in. You lose, and you go home.
Yeah, and right here on my notes, right here, I have it says, Duke will not be nervous when he plays problem. That's what he told us when we sat down and got a chance to talk to him. He gets to prove it here right now in a win or go home situation for Group D. Madden Bowl, life on the line in this one, Scotty.
Well,
Can
Duke,
I call you Scotty?
You can call me Scotty. We're buddies now. We've done a few games together, and Problem will take it out of his own end zone. He's in the all-black Niner uniforms, and he's going to go up against the steel curtain of Duke's D.
Yeah, and Duke has said that he wants respect put on his name in the Madden community. There is no better opportunity. The time is now if you're Duke. If you want that respect, you do it by beating the greatest player of all time, knocking him out of this tournament, and advancing.
So he'll start at his own 21-yard line. Pryor in the gun. And he'll go to David Johnson, and he'll barrel ahead for 4 yards. And my favorite moment, what is the McDonald's keys to the games, Gibbs?
Yeah, for problem, for Duke, you don't let problem intimidate you. We already know that's not going to let that happen. He said that he's ready to play problem. He's known him for a very long time, and he needs to come through in the clutch. If he gets a situation where it's a pivotal moment, he needs to make the play that wins the game. You hear Rico saying years past he doesn't usually make that play. We've got to see him do it here today if he wants to get past problem.
Guaranteed. I'm headed through the drive-thru on the way home. It's been a good day of Madden. 2nd and 5. Back to the running game. Has some space, and he'll pick up 7. Make it 8.
Yeah, and problem looks great in the start of this one, running the ball. Problem, it plays his best when he has control of the game and he's controlling the clock. And if he gets into a lead, it's almost like it's a nightmare situation for Duke. So if problem can get down the field here, not only just get a field goal, but punch it in for 6, problem will look really good, look strong in this one.
You ever notice the bigger the game, the more you lean in?
Yeah,
these guys are leaning all the way
about
in.
6 inches away from the TV.
And Johnson will spin, and he'll pick up 3. That'll make it 2nd and 7 from the 36.
Yeah, and right now Duke leans back in his chair, wipes one hand on the leg, wipes another hand on the leg. You can tell he feels the moment here. Knees weak, arms are heavy. He's right now mom's spaghetti time. So this is a big one right here for Duke.
So it's official. You're going in. This is
mom's spaghetti. We are cranked it up to mom's spaghetti time.
I tried to call on it yesterday. You gave me a no-go. You said send it back to the kitchen. And once again, it's Johnson, 4 carries for 17 yards. And here, once again, problems at a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, 3rd and manageable, though. He still has the option to run the ball here, get into a 4th and short spot here. But watch out for Duke, pressure off that left edge.
Gonna go to the air.
Beautiful play by
a man, it's Julio Jones. And he's down to the 29-yard line, and just like that, problems in business.
Yeah, that's a beautiful play design right there. He hit the vertical behind that flat zone defense. Great route combination from problem. Beautiful first conversion of the game on a 3rd down situation for problem.
1st and 10. 29-yard line, little motion. And he'll hand it off again.
Oh,
nice stick work there. Juking and jiving to the 20, and it's going to be 2nd and 1 at the red zone.
Yeah, and right out the gate, you can see Duke there with a more aggressive style defense. All those defenders attacking the quarterback. Didn't have any help over the top with his defense there. So he knows that problem wants to run on 1st downs, anticipate Duke playing a little more aggressively.
Well, he's 1-1 in this group stage, but he's 1-0. And the color rush, the all-black 49er unis And he'll pick up the first down there. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 17.
Yeah, and the staple of Problem's game, control the clock, control the line of scrimmage. I'm actually surprised to see that Problem didn't have his offensive line a little more salary cap spent there on the Madden Ultimate Team where you build your roster, but opted to go with the big guys like Darrelle Pryor and David Johnson.
Rolling out with Pryor. He's going to run. And he'll slide for 4. That'll make it 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and Darrelle Pryor, seeing him at quarterback, know that that is the real deal. This is Madden Ultimate Team where you can build your roster, put players all over the field. You might sometimes see Herman Moore, a legend, at halfback. In this game, you see Darrelle Pryor, quarterback.
Well, we just saw Khalil Mack. We saw him take a handoff.
Bananas.
At one point in this Group D, so anything can happen. Delay, and Johnson just tripped up at the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Problem.
And Problem looks real good right now. He is locked in right now, moving the ball on the ground. Had that great conversion on 3rd down now. Ball on the 6-yard line. Look to punch it in here. This is one of his plays I've noticed he goes to in the red zone, this I form. 2 receivers split to the left. He has a lot of options here. Run the ball or throw up a high pass in the end zone to Evans.
Chewing up that clock. Quick pass, and it's Mike Evans, the former Texas A&M Aggie, will pull it in for the score.
You know, and this is shades of one of his last championship runs. Problem, his Madden Challenge run in 2013. He came to the tournament with the most dominant 2-point conversion play we've ever seen. It was a similar tactic where he got the ball up to his big receivers in the slot. He takes advantage of it again right there. That's a route that's really effective. I love that Problem goes to that in the red zone. Great first drive for the GOAT.
9 plays, 79 yards, 3 minutes and 22 seconds.
And the flip side here for the game where we saw him Problem play against Hollywood is he got down in that one. So I really like the fact that he got the ball first here. He was able to put together a great drive. Now he's up 7-0. This is his game. This is now where he takes things over. He plays that lockdown style defense. Now Duke on the flip side needs to put a drive together of his own.
Evans and Moss off to the left. A little audible here. He'll bring Jimmy Graham back down to tight end, and he'll run the football. And Ricky Williams able to get away from 1, picks up 4 yards, and now we got a game break. Tyler, what's going on?
Thanks, guys. Early first quarter. Hollywood is going to strike first. Aaron Rodgers with an 18-yard touchdown pass to Randy Moss. 7-0 Hollywood over Evil O. Guys, back to you.
That was a rainbow. That was a sky ball.
Dropped it right in there.
7-point game, 2nd and 6 for Duke. Trailing by a touchdown, he finds Mike Evans, and that'll be enough to move the chains.
Yeah, good first down conversion there for Duke. Now, one thing I would like to point out, you're going to see the ability to run the ball off the right side of the field here for Duke. We saw it in the online group stage against Problem. He ran into a couple games where he was giving up big runs from left to right. So the halfback would take the ball and run it right in that area. That was kind of the weakness there. So let's pay attention to that as this game develops.
Got 2 games going on at once here, and Williams will move on a little bit. Let's see what's going on with Evil O and Mr. Hollywood. Take a little live look in. Mr. Hollywood's 2-0 already in Group D. Evil O just trying to get one for the pride, get one for the culture.
Nothing better to say, well, if Hollywood would go on to win this thing and you beat them in the last game, yeah, I beat the champ. Yeah. It's all about pride. Little victory sometimes, Scott.
So the start of the second quarter, he's in the red zone. Russell Wilson will sneak it for the first down. So 1st and goal from the 7 as Evil O looking to tie this thing up against Mr. Hollywood, who's looked really, really good in Group D. And Ricky Williams will shake one, but can't get past Paul Krause.
Yeah, that was a good second effort there, but Ricky Williams broke the first tackle, tried to punch it in again. Ball on the 4-yard line. Fully anticipated on the run here.
Evil O looking, throwing, and it's going to be picked off. And it's not Krause, it's Smith this time.
Yeah, number 22 once again, but back to the Problem game.
And a nice find there by Duke. Able to move the sticks, so the ball will be marked right at the 50, where it says Madden Bowl presented by McDonald's. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from the man from Baton Rouge, the home of the fake Death Valley.
Great user play right there by Problem. He jumped to the streak, and then he fell off, came down to underneath drag. Beautiful play right there. Took away the deep vertical, came back to the underneath route.
Nice stop, 2nd and 8. 4 minutes, 21 seconds. remaining in the first half. Once again, winner moves on, loser goes home.
Yeah, a lot of room to run in the middle of the field there with problem. He took his linebacker out of the box, put him outside the right side of the field, give a different look. That's more of a pressure look from both sides of the field. Duke opt for the run, now gets into a 3rd and 8 situation. Watch for pressure here off this edge, Scott. That defender wants to come and scream out that edge. He's going to need to keep the halfback in to pick it up.
So 3rd and 8 for Duke. His quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, still barking out the signals.
Problem's going to drop right here, and then he's going to come back down underneath to take away the short drag.
And my friends, we have ourselves a delay of game.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one right there, because now you get into a 3rd and long situation. Brom's going to definitely generate a big-time blitz here. Duke's going to need something to pull something out of his hat here. But watch again here, Scott. This defender, Brom right there, he's going to drop here, and then he's going to want to come back down and try and take away a short cross.
So we'll move the ball back across the 50. He's at his own 47. 3rd and 13.
There it is, drops, takes away the cross.
And Randy Moss, nice pass and good job getting down.
Yeah, and that good adjustment there by Duke. Avoids going at the user a problem. When he's using that the defender, he's controlling on the field. So nice throw to the opposite side of the field there by Duke. Good recognition.
And Randy Moss is not a bad target to go to on 3rd down. 1st and 10 for Duke at the 39.
Yeah, and look at now Problem moves his defender, his linebacker out of the box. That usually now means run inside from Duke.
A little bit of motion, and that's where he goes, my man. And he's to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is beautiful. I get excited when you watch the game like this, right, and you're seeing it from that perspective where, Problem does one thing, and then now Duke reads it, and then he reacts, and then they play off of each other. That's how you know you're watching great Madden. There's so much going on behind the scenes that you might not even recognize. Now, look, Problem keeps his user inside here, double linebackers. Might see a play fake here and try and cut.
Let's take a look at it. Hollywood's down on the goal line, and Aaron Rodgers will punch it in, and just like that, Hollywood is going to go up 14. And Duke is going to have a big 3rd down coming up now. 3rd and 3. So Hollywood not pulling any punches.
Oh no, he's coming out looking to go 3-0.
Both these guys 1-1. 3rd and 3. 2:15 to go here in the 2nd quarter. A little bit of audible, play clock running, and he goes to Williams, and Anthony Barr was holding on for dear life, and he stopped him just short of the yard to gain.
Yeah, and here you go. You got your first big decision of this one here. You could put points up on the scoreboard, have it feel better for yourself, but you're in a spot here, potentially get a touchdown if you go for it, convert.
Well, when he's playing Hollywood, he didn't score in the first half. Has an opportunity for points here. But looks like he's gonna go for it here in 4th and 1 with 2 minutes to go. Good decision?
Yeah, when you're playing Problem, you don't get very many opportunities like this to get down to the red area of the field. We're not necessarily there yet, but you don't get very many opportunities where you can get touchdowns. So you got to take them when they're given to you. Now you just have to convert here. Problem wants to take that user defender, shoot the gap here, and hit the halfback in the backfield for the big hit. Beautiful play.
Little end around to Jimmy Graham, and he goes airborne for the 1st down.
That was well executed there by Duke. He went a little bit of a trick play. A lot of the hardcore players watching would recognize and say, no, that is not a trick play. I would see that coming, but great play right there by Duke.
We haven't seen it today.
Yep.
1st and 10. 95 seconds to go in half number 1. It's Snuggie again. And that shotgun formation. Williams on the offset. High snap that throws off the timing. But a good job. The hole was not there, and he bounced it outside.
Yeah, the bad snap somewhat helped him there because the interior of the line got really pushed back by Problem's defense. So that gave him more time to kind of read it, react, and then cut to the right and back up the middle of the field. So kind of worked out for him there in that situation.
2nd and 5. 3 timeouts remaining for both of these teams.
Problem now adjusting. He's coming out in more of a run-heavy style defense. He could get really hurt by a deep post in the back end of the field there.
He's got Graham, Evans, and McCaffrey to his right. Steps up in the pocket and makes the right read. Move the chains. 40 6 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, and take a look at that stat right there. 5 for 5 for Duke in this game. Very different story than we saw in his last matchup, so he's playing crisp right here.
Back to Williams, and there's a big hit.
Big time hit from Problem. He always kind of seems like he's just getting hit sticks left and right. I just wonder, like, I never get hit sticks when I'm playing the game anymore. You know, Problem out here, Hollywood out here, everyone, all these guys getting hit sticks.
So Problem will use a timeout here with 36 seconds to go. He's maybe anticipating trying to get the ball back here at the end of the half.
Yeah, that's the right move here. Duke, though, a little gamesmanship of himself. He's been on the previous play. He ran the clock all the way down, so he recognized the situation. I can't let Problem get the ball back here, whether I field goal or touchdown.
So big time moment, 13-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Another run.
Little pump fake, a little handoff. And he'll reach out to the 7-yard line. That'll be 3rd and 2 and another timeout by Problem.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what we're seeing, what Duke is recognizing. When Problem keeps 2 linebackers in the middle of the field, he reads run. I want to run now off that right edge. And when Problem takes his extra defender, extra linebacker, and moves him off the right edge, that's when he wants to run the ball to the middle. This time Problem's going to try and shoot the gap and hit the halfback if it is a run.
Huge play, trailing by a touchdown, 3rd and 2 for Duke.
Time to snap and try and shoot the gap.
Half a minute to go here in the half.
Watch Evans on the middle of the field, Scott. Right in this area. Or Moss.
Rogers, here comes the blitz. He throws it to the outside, and Randy Moss.
Problem thought run. Yeah, that was an all-out run commit right there. That means he took all the resources on his team. He was the head coach there. He said, guys, it is a run. Every player bites on the run. Duke goes to the pass. That's the easiest touchdown he'll score all week.
And the extra point will knot us up at 7 and almost blocked by Problem. Came screaming in there. 17 plays, 80 yards, 6 minutes and 9 seconds.
That's a total Madden guy drive right there. That's what that is. I mean, that's just for all the Madden guys out there. Full drive right there. Unbelievable by Duke. But Problem on the same side, his defense looked really good right there. Didn't give up any big plays. Only little chunk plays underneath. And a lot of running yards for Duke.
Yeah, we saw a lot of the other players even today and yesterday. You don't want to take the 4 and 5 yards that the defense is giving you. Duke is forced to do that, and he was disciplined enough to do it.
Very
Great drive by Duke.
Very hard to do.
1st and 10. Problem does have a timeout.
Good play.
And Nuke Hopkins spins away from one. You got to be careful there not to cough it up, and that's his final timeout.
Yeah. I mean, this might be a couple inside run time. Get into halftime all tied up 7-7. Duke does have 3 timeouts out here. The worst thing in the world here for Problem would be a turnover in this situation, an interception or tip ball for a pick. So you got to be careful in this spot here.
2nd and 6, 18 seconds to go in the half. If you're just joining us, both these guys 1-1 in Group D. Winner moves on, and loser goes to at least Baton Rouge, and maybe further all the way to Los Angeles.
Oh, he's going to go pass.
Going to go the air here. And he put it downfield. It's as good as a punt, and it's picked off.
Yeah, and Problem right there went for that swerve tactic that we all know in the community right there, but good defense by Duke with the interception right there. Clicked on, went to the spot, got the interception.
And Duke will take a knee. He's going to be happy with 7-7. And Duke and the Steelers will take it into the half. Tied up with Problem. So after one half, we've learned absolutely nothing.
It's 0-0 basically at this point. But no, listen, Problem in that interview piece, he said he plays a lot like what the Ravens, the old school Ravens, and that dominant defense, Ray Lewis, McAllister, all those guys. And he certainly is playing like that here today. Likes to control the ball on the ground and plays dominant defense. And we're seeing that here today by both these players.
Yeah, both these guys, I mean, they're around the same age. They've been playing for a long time. They know each other. And I think this is that style. You know, the younger style of Hollywood, they're throwing it all over the yard. You know, a lot of exciting plays. It's more my era, where we would like to run the ball. We like to, you know, have that possession and be in every game. And we're going to have one half to decide who's going to move on.
Yeah, I think this one might come down to the first mistake, the first turnover. Right? Yet we haven't seen mistakes or turnovers in this one yet. Be careful in the second half.
And we've seen some hit sticks. We've seen some possible momentum shifters, and maybe when it comes down to it, it's who has the ball last to finish this one?
Yeah, there wasn't very many possessions in that first half, right? I mean, you saw Duke 17 plays for all of the minutes in that second quarter. So this could come down to that final possession, most certainly here in the second half.
Well, let's go to third member of our team, Drea. Take it away.
Thanks, Scott. Duke, you struggled to score, but then you did get the touchdown at the end of the half. How much of a lift was that for you mentally to score and tie the game at that point?
I mean, I was trying, knowing the type of player he is, I was trying to make sure that was the last possession, so I was just being very methodical, making sure he didn't really have much of a chance because I'm getting the ball at half, to score points after I scored. So, I mean, I would have taken 3 if it came down to it, but, I was very happy to get a touchdown for sure.
This is win and get in, do or die. What is the thought process when you sit back in your chair for the second half?
Well, win the game, and that's all I got to say. I mean, I just got to score, and if I can score, I feel like that will change that will dictate how the second half goes. If I get points, I'll put them behind, hopefully get a stop, and go from there.
All right, the pressure's on. Best of luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, let's send it back to Tyler and the guys.
All right, thanks, Drea. Can you feel the tension in the air? I can. I love games like this. I love it when it's tied up. We're going to the second half. Everything is on the line. Whoever wins is into the quarterfinals. Guys, this is exactly how I wanted this day to end. I'm so happy we're at this point. All right, so what do we make of this first half? Actually, no. Let's hold off on that conversation. I want to get to that because I really want to dive into it. Let's talk about the other game first, though. Hollywood and Evil O. Let's see how their first half is going.
These two guys battling it out. First quarter, what everyone expected happened. Hollywood went up top to Randy Moss, kicked it off for 18 yards. Nice touchdown right there. In the second quarter, Hollywood got this interception right here. We saw that on the live looking. Now, he turned this into points. It was a sneak touchdown for Aaron Rodgers, 14-0. Thankfully, though, for Evil O, this man has that pride we spoke of. He made it 14-7, and right now this one sits at 14-14. So Evil O standing up for himself.
So we've got 2 tied ball games. That's really exciting. All right, now let's get to the matchup that we were just watching. Problem taking on Duke. This one, trying to figure each other out. Let's see these first half highlights.
Yeah, in the first quarter, Problem got the ball. He used Darrelle Pryor to go to Julio Jones down the sideline, and that led to this play right here. Darrelle Pryor, 6 yards to Mike Evans for the score, 7-0 Problem. If you're Duke in the second quarter, you keep that ball, you drive down the field, and you light up the scoreboard with a Mac Jr. moment. Makes it 7-7 at the half. A grown man drive from Duke right there to tie the game.
We look at the champ right there, the greatest of all time. He doesn't look like he's that concerned, really. I mean,
He should be.
You think he should be, Rico?
Absolutely. Duke has played his best football I have ever seen him play in 10-plus years. He was literally perfect. When he talked to Drea, I was so proud of him. The way he said, "We're to lose this game. Duke, you played a hell of a game. Keep going, keep it up." Do you realize he made sure that he marched down that field, didn't leave Problem anytime? If he comes out on that first drive and establishes himself and scores, we got an entirely different ball game.
There's a cheerleading convention like right next door. Do you
Where
want
are my thundersticks?
Can we get
Where
some
are my
pom-poms,
thundersticks?
please?
Get him, Cole.
RG, what is your gut telling you about how this second half is going to go?
I actually agree with Rico in the sense that Duke's drive he put together before the end of that second half was phenomenal. That was one of the best drives I've ever seen from him. But it's going to be very interesting on this drive that he gets to start the second half. That's going to dictate a lot of momentum going into this game. Problem, a defensive player, if Duke can make it 2 drives in a row where he just goes down the field at will, it's going to put Problems back up against the wall. This opening drive is going to be big. I can't wait to see it.
These are the exact moments in games that Problem loves and gets into. Their defensive games, their ball control games, their run-the-ball games. We have seen Problem have multiple hit sticks, big-time hits on Duke, and it is only a matter of time before that hit power starts to add up and Duke turns the ball over. Let's see if that plays big in the second half.
He needs to get those hit sticks before the first down marker this time. As you saw, Duke kept moving him down, but he has taken a lot of hits. And the only question is he going to be able to hold on to that ball for those next couple of drives?
Well, let's find out right now. Ladies and gentlemen, our live audience here is ready for it. I'm ready for it. This is the last half of
We're
day
ready.
2 of the Madden Bowl presented by
sick.
McDonald's.
This is sick.
We're going to get back to the second half right now. We're going to find out, is it Problem? Is it Duke? Who is moving on to the quarterfinals? Let's send it back to Scott Cole and Stephen Gibbs for the call. Gentlemen, one more time today. Take it away.
All right, guys, one more half to go here, Gibbs. Back in the saddle. 2 games that are tied, but the most important one is 7-7 between Duke and Problem. Both these guys 1-1. Winner advances, loser's done.
Yeah, this is a big-time opening possession here for Duke. You heard it. We get the ball here for Duke. If he can open up here, put together another 17-play drive, he'll really put some pressure on Problem. This is going to be a tight second half in terms of possession. Both these players want to control the clock. They've been doing it with the ground game. That means we're going to get a sped-up second half here. So we might not have a lot of situations to put points on the scoreboard. Let's kick it off here.
Yeah, both of these drives, they're scoring drives together. 25 plays, and it took up 9 minutes and 31 seconds between the two. That's almost the entire half.
Unbelievable.
And those 2 scoring possessions.
New formation here.
Duke will get the ball first. You mentioned the split back formation, Williams and Graham. And he'll go to the running game, little stutter step, and he'll gain 2.
Yeah, you know, I like what I saw right there from Duke. So I think he goes to that formation there because he gets all of his offensive players on one side of the field to help him run off that right edge. Because every time he sees Problem user right there, he wants to take the ball and run it out that edge if he's going to run the ball. So good adjustment there from Duke right out the gate. Now watch Problem. Drop here to that defender, come back underneath to the short route. Got to take away the Graham, take away the McCaffrey. It's a pass.
2nd and 8. He'll shift Williams to the other side. Play clock running down, and he'll go to the run. Got a block from Jimmy Graham, and that'll move it out to the 40-yard line. Biggest play of the day for Duke.
Yeah, run game just so strong right now for Duke. He's just controlling the line of scrimmage and running at will on Problem.
So 1st and 10 from the 40.
At some point, I'm just asking the question of a big run off that right edge, though. It's waiting for it.
Barking out a lot of orders here. Ball in his own 40. Play clock under 5. Rogers picks up the blitz and finds Mike Evans, and there's 6 more yards. He's 7 of 7.
Yeah, and right now, Problem, his user a little less aggressive towards that vertical on the seam there, can clamp down on the drag. So at some point, does Duke recognize that, hit the seam in the middle of the field?
2nd and 4. We have bunch to the left. Moss, Evans, and Graham. McCaffrey is solo right.
Controlling the clock again here, Scott.
Low snap. Williams spins, reaches for it. I think he's got. No, they're going to mark him short. 3rd and inches.
Yeah, here we go. Coming out in that quarterback sneak that we've seen so many people run. This Problem come out in quarterback sneak defense to set up to stop it here.
Good job by Jadavion Clowney there holding on, forcing this 3rd and inches. Ball will be marked dead square at the 50.
Yeah, and already Duke just about 2 minutes taken up in this opening drive.
And he'll just go with the sneak. I mean, the ball was like, it said inches, but I think it meant 3rd and inch.
Yeah.
It was that close to a first down, and they'll move the sticks.
Yeah, and great control of the clock and the situation here by Duke. He's putting together another well-executed drive, started on the 25, already 25 yards it, but the 50 or 49, controlling the clock here. So just like his last possession, he's putting together a beauty here.
So tied up 7-7. Got 2 games going on at once here. And Evil O just took a big sack at the 29-yard line. Trailing by 10 now in the 4th quarter, and he's going to kick a field goal here and try to make it a 1-score game, and he'll ice himself.
Yeah, well, I think he saw that he couldn't actually make the field goal. The kicker didn't have enough legs, so looks to make a quick substitution here to get the longer kicker in. There you go.
And I think Justin Tucker has a leg.
Oh, yeah.
I think he'll be okay here.
Oh, yeah.
He can kick it over that mountain. And it's up. And it is good. And now we got a 7-point game against Hollywood over there for Evil O. Back to our game. Ball still at the 50.
Yeah, and here you go. This is a situation that Problem wants to be in. 3rd and long for Duke. Now is the time to dial up a hot one. Look, both defenders. One defender there, another one right there. This could be double-edge heat. Problem's going to sit in the middle of the field here, drop to the seam user.
Picks up the blitz. Decides to go up underneath. He's going to make it 4th and 7 at the 46. And
Here
It's
we go.
win or go home. You got to go.
Yeah, this is that moment we were talking about just before halftime, right? Who makes the first mistake? Who takes advantage of the first opportunity given? This is the first situation. We'll see what happens here. Does Duke convert? Does Problem get a stop?
All right, 3 minutes gone by on this drive. 4th and 7. Biggest moment of the game thus far. Motion from Evans. Play action.
Good user by Problem.
Rogers
He's all
looking.
over it.
You
He's
gotta,
all over it.
You got to force it, and he will. And Evans will haul it in.
Wow. He got away with that one right there. Problem on it like glue. Duke chucks it up. Mike Evans, though, 6'5", big body receiver. Great run blocker. Great catch in traffic. Certainly caught that one in traffic right there.
It was 4th down. You had no other choice but to throw it up.
Good D. And Scott, let's look at the clock right here. Look, I mean, we're already almost 1 minute in the third quarter. Duke's possessed the ball this entire quarter. That is unheard of in Madden. Right, controlling the clock for this long. This is a very impressive performance here by Duke.
He's had the ball now for over 10 minutes compared to Problem's 3 minutes and 22 seconds of possession thus far in this one. Under a minute to go. Right up the gut with Ricky Williams, and he'll pick up 4. That'll bring up 3rd and 7.
We might be in the fourth quarter by the time Problem gets the ball here with the way Duke's controlling this ball here. 3rd and 7.
You know, usually when you record a game on the DVR, I like to add like 30 more minutes so I don't miss. Not when you got Problem playing. These games just absolutely fly by. And Duke's giving Problem a little taste of his own medicine here. Running the rock, throwing those short routes.
And one thing I want to call out, Logan Paulson at tight end, but the ops for a run inside. Now we're going to have a field goal situation. So almost all for nothing here for Duke. A field goal here. You know, you're going to put points on the scoreboard, but Problem, all he needs to do is come back down, put together a drive here, and he's got to feel good about his chances.
And he won't take it down. He could have took it all the way down to the fourth quarter. Instead, he'll kick it through the uprights. It's true, and he's leading by 3.
All right, and here you go. It's movement time. Get an opportunity here late in the third quarter, early fourth quarter coming up. Problem put together a drive.
Got a final over in the other game. Hollywood victorious, moves to 3-0, beating Evil O by a score of 24-17. So congrats to Hollywood and his fans out there.
Impressive performance from him today.
The True Boy looked good. Hollywood looked good. Maybe Hollywood looked the best.
Yeah, no one's looked better than Hollywood throughout this whole tournament. Nobody.
Balanced on defense and offense. Passing game has been phenomenal today from Hollywood. Congrats to him. All that pushed aside. Nice little check down to Johnson, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. Problem trailing by 3, 5 minutes to decide if he's going to get out of Group D.
Yeah, and let's see if he can put together his own drive here. Ball on the 30-yard line. He has to put a methodical drive here, get a touchdown. Already great start to this first drive. Duke sending pressure. Again, Problem, nice check down underneath for a big 8-yard gain on first down.
2nd and 2, double tight end. David Johnson once again will be the workhorse. He's now got 8 rushes for 40 carries, and I can do that math. That's 5 a carry.
That's not bad. It's pretty simple math, right? You don't have to use your fingers to count there, right?
I'm okay with that.
You remember your tables.
So 10-7 right here. Let's see what's going on with Hollywood. Drea.
Thank you, Scott. Hollywood, congratulations, 3-0. All of the guys were saying that they thought that your performance today was the most impressive of the day. What was your reaction to that?
I think I played good today. I could have played better versus Problem. I feel like I made a few mistakes that I usually don't. But overall, I'm happy with my performance.
What's the biggest element as far as your stick skills that you hope carries on into the next round?
I think it was my adjustments for the most part. Like, most of the plays I'm looking, I don't see anyone open. So.
All right, well, everybody's going to be looking forward to seeing what you're going to do in the next round. Best of luck.
Thanks.
All right, let's send it back to Scott.
Thank you so much. Question mark? Yeah, that's me. So 10-7. 4:03 to go here. Congratulations to Hollywood. What a good youngster.
19 years young. 19 years young.
Well,
He's that good.
We got 2 guys who are a lot older than 19 in this one. Not too much older. Younger than me. Older than Hollywood. Somewhere in that bracket. 3rd and 9 at the 36. Let's lock in.
A good heat off the edge. Gets it out. Great read, Problem.
And Jimmy Graham moves it to the 46. So Darrelle Pryor looking a lot better in this game, 5 of 7 now.
Yeah, and I like the strategy here from Problem. Instead of keeping players in to pick up the blitz, he's just running all of his receivers out on routes, getting the ball quickly. Darrelle Pryor giving them the mobility in the pocket to scramble away from the pressure to deliver the strikes.
We need a championship drive here. 3 minutes, 39 seconds to go. He's at the 36. 1st and 10. Needs the lead to move on.
Great check down right there from Problem. That was well executed.
And Johnson gets to the 30-yard line. David Johnson, he's running the ball, he's catching the ball. Sure, he makes a mean grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
He's just doing it all.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about what Problem just did on that last play, which was really impressive. He's playing a cat and mouse game now with Duke. So he ran a vertical with his tight end, which forced Duke's user to go up the middle of the field. So this guy right here, he ran up there. He had the halfback leak out of the backfield right there. Easy read for Problem for the huge play.
Under 3 minutes to go now. David Johnson up the middle. And they're going to mark that a 5-yard gain. So 2nd and 5. That clock is ticking away.
Yeah, and you got to ask yourself in these closing minutes of a big pivotal win and go home game here, which one of your superstars? Is it Mike Evans? Is it David Johnson? Is it Jimmy Graham? Julio Jones on the outside for Problem? Will one of them step up and make a play? You have a lot of big time players on your squad here. Who will make the play when it matters most?
He'll go to the air, and it's going to be prime time. Deion Sanders comes in with a sack, and we had that on our notes here. That he loves to use DRC and Deion. Both are in the slot, and he can blitz them, and he proved it there.
Yeah, they're great to get pressure off the edge. Great quick first step that allows them to get off the edge before an offensive player can get out to block them. So now we're 3rd and 12 situation. You can't take a sack here that could kick you out of field goal range. So what do we see here from Problem? Does he go aggressive? Does he try to move the ball? Does he play conservative? Go for just a simple run? Try to tie it with a field goal?
So our final game of day number 2 here in Group D. Both these guys 1-1. Win and you're in.
Watch this post over the middle of the field right here. If you see Julio Jones, he could run a route right there. That looks wide open here against a cover 2.
3rd and 12. Cannot take a sack.
Wow.
And he finds Johnson for the 1st down and more.
Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. I mean, this is why I think Darrelle Pryor is out on the field right there. The ability to escape out of the pocket, give you just enough time to evade that pass rush, and delivered an absolute dart down that right sideline to the halfback for a huge gain. Ball in the 9. He's going to his bread and butter play in the red zone. Extremely difficult right here for Duke to get a stop. He's going to have to pay attention. This guy right here, Mike Evans in that slot, is an absolute monster in this formation.
They got to watch that high point. He'll go to the run. And it's my man, Night Train Lane, there to lay the hit.
Yeah, and Duke's starting to call some timeouts. 2-yard loss on that play for Problem, so now we're getting out of that range of where you want to get the ball to Evans in the back of the end zone. So now Problem has to come back to a different strategy here to convert.
So the ball at the 11, 2nd and goal.
A lot of room off that left edge to run the ball. A lot of room.
Getting tight in the I formation here. Twins to the left. Motion. And they will stretch it. And that'll only pick up 3 yards. And once again, Duke will use a timeout. He no longer has any more timeouts. 3rd and goal. 1:44 to go here in the 4th.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things that Duke has to worry about in this spot right here. A streak directly over the middle of the field to the tight end. He could run over the middle of the field. You also have that Mike Evans we were talking about in the back of the end zone. Remember, that's how Problem scored his first touchdown. That should be front and foremost the most important thing that Duke is thinking about in this spot. Problem going to check out now.
Well, 3rd and goal, 8-yard line. Problem with 2 downs to try to take the lead.
This is what makes you a great player. This is the opportunity. Remember, we talked at the top of the show. Duke wants respect on his name. It all starts with getting stops here, beating Problem. Comes down to these pivotal moments.
And he'll hand it off on the delay. Johnson able to shake one. Tackled at the 6-yard line, and I assume he will tie this ball game.
Yeah, you know, listen, that was a conservative play call. I like it from that far out. 8 yards out, it's really difficult to get routes that will work in that short area of the field. So I like the play call there from Problem. You're in a situation you can tie it. And listen, How many times have we seen him come back and make a great defensive stop, get the ball back, and win a game? So good strategy here from Problem. Run the clock all the way down as much as possible.
I'm okay taking the delay game, make it an easier angle from the 11-yard line. So this will be
these haven't been
28-yarder.
gimmies. These have not been gimmies. Right in the middle.
This will tie it up. Down Main Street. And we've played 19 minutes. And it's going to come down to this final 107. Duke looking for that moment.
Yeah, Duke
that
is,
one moment
he is,
to move out of the groups.
You know, and he said that he wasn't afraid to play Problem. You have 1 minute and 4 seconds to change your entire legacy in the Madden community. This is where it starts right here. You want that respect on your name. This is how you get it done. You have a tied ball game, 1 minute and 4 remaining. You have no timeouts. This is your drive. This is your chance. We have Rico, Farles, RG standing up, watching this game right now, waiting to see Duke if he grows up right before our eyes.
You want to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. And a good start there by Ricky Williams. He'll pull off a 12-yard gain. Clock is moving. 53 seconds to go in this one.
Yeah, let's remember, no timeout, so you can't get cute here and waste time. All these hot reps, you got to move the ball quickly before you get a shot here to kick a field goal to win the game.
We'll have a lot of time to set up, and he'll go quickly. And there's the heat. So Khalil Mack comes screaming off the edge, and it's going to be 2nd and 15, 31 seconds left in this one.
Yeah, and Problem's got 2 timeouts here. He could think about calling a timeout, but that's going to give Duke potential more time here. So I like Problem not calling a timeout to give Duke more time.
And Duke just went directly to a chew clock.
That's another sack by Problem.
He's got to be careful. I don't know what's going on. This is crazy, but he'll take a sack.
You got to call a timeout here. Nope, we're going OT. Free football, baby. Free football.
You've heard of the Statue of Liberty. That was the statue.
Yeah, that was, hey, he hang on to the ball. That's all you ask for. He didn't fumble. That's all you ask for.
All right, so we will head into a little free football here, a little overtime in the final game of the group stages of the Madden Bowl. 10-10, my friend.
And why not? A little Friday night action, a little free football here at the Pro Bowl. Why not? Who cares? Let's go. If Problem gets the ball first, that's interesting.
That's key. That's huge.
Yeah.
Touchdown, it's over. A field goal, and Duke will have a possession to try to do something with it. Don't even worry about that clock. That 5 minutes, put that out of your mind.
Oh, yeah. The one thing I would like to note here is Problem's had a lot of success off the right side of the field just in terms of the run game as well as the pass game. He hasn't really done much off the left edge. And we'll see if Duke does take some of the resources from the left side of the field, bring them over to the right. And does Problem exploit the left side?
First play of overtime, a turnover would be absolutely
devastating.
Devastating is a good word for it.
Great ball control by both these guys in this game right here. No one's yet to cough it up, but when you run the ball this much, there's always a risk that could happen.
2nd and 3. Back to David Johnson, and he'll pick up 2 yards. He's got 15 carries for 59, 3rd and 1.
Yeah, great ball control right there, but Problem avoided the big hit. You saw the defender running free after him off that left side for the run. He cut back, didn't get the hit, and that's a crucial spot in this game.
Ball to 34. 1 yard to gain for the first. Little motion.
Uh-oh, he's screaming, he's screaming.
And he finds his running back, and that should be enough. 1st and 10. He's been a security blanket in the passing game.
Yeah, and right there you see it again. Problem passing off that right side of the field. We have yet to really see a big play off the left edge. He had that one against Evil Low. You saw it was about a 65-yarder, Julio Jones. At some point, does Duke take it? Does Duke recognize that, take away resources off that side? Does Problem then recognize it? So kind of something to keep an eye on here.
The main thing for Duke here is you can't give up a touchdown or it's over. Nice job by David Johnson. He picks up 6, so we're going to have 2nd and 4 from the 42.
Yeah, all these runs on first down, all these runs in the middle of the field, at some point, does play action come into play? Does he then try to hit Jimmy Graham up the seam? Does he try to hit Julio Jones on a post? A lot of things at his disposal here when the run game is working like this for Problem.
2nd and 4, Pryor in the gun. Problem looking. Able to whip it into Jimmy Graham.
You know, I'll tell you what I love about his game right now, what I'm seeing here, he's getting out of the pocket. He's kind of playing old school Madden a little bit, right? Taking a mobile quarterback, just playing freestyle. Got guys on drags, playmakering people. He's playing a freestyle mode right now, and it's really effective. Watch this guy right here. You're going to see a user on the streak, and then Problem wants to come back underneath to David Johnson over here, so watch out for that right there. Or a run.
Looks like he's going to check down to the running game, and that's what he'll do. He's got some space. And now he's at the 36-yard line. So slowly moving into field goal range, and he'll use a timeout.
Yeah, and right now, Problem, complete control of this one in terms of possession in overtime. He's moving the ball through the air, on the ground. Duke, no answer right now.
You know I like that timeout? Little thing called fatigue.
Yep.
Little thing called fumbling the football. And Johnson spins away from one, a 16-yard gain. Problem is in the red zone.
Yeah, and David Johnson is just taking this game over, putting his team on his back. Problem fighting for all of the Toulouse. I mean, right now he is just fighting for everything that he has in his possession.
So 1st and 10 from the 20 here in overtime. Winner is in, loser is out.
You do start to, you know, I kind of feel it a little bit, right? You feel a little bit of the tension of, okay, all these runs, they add up over time. Are we going to get that big hit stick? We haven't seen it yet. When does that hit stick come? David Johnson carrying the rock well, though.
You have to see at the hotel if they have any dry cleaning. Mom spaghetti all over.
Yes.
And David Johnson will truck stick down to the 12. So 20 carries for 101 yards. And it's 3rd and 2 at the 12.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, right now Duke doesn't have a great answer out of this set to stop this run. He's going to need to get a little bit more aggressive, change it up the play call, bring some extra help in the safeties. He's got all these safeties back here. Look at all those defenders, corners, and get them up in the box for run support. There's the run commit. Problem goes to the touchdown, and Problem's going to advance.
It's over in overtime. Problem will move on. Duke is heading home, and so the GOAT will make one more ride in the Madden Bowl.
Oh my goodness. That is Madden at its highest level right there. Problem controlling the last drive on the ground. You get a run commit by Duke, committing all of his defenders. Hey, it's going to be a run. Nope. Play fake, touchdown. Problem out of here with a George W. He's advanced to the quarterfinals. Let's go.
Unbelievable game between two great competitors. It took overtime to decide it. Let's be honest. Duke played his tail off there. Problem just got the ball first to start the overtime.
Yeah, and no, it came down to what the guys that were talking at the top of the show on the analyst desk. Whoever had the last possession. The last possession came down to Problem. He got the plays he needed to do to get the win, and he just always seems to do this. He gives us.
I know, right?
Listen, he wants to be an ambassador for the game. He certainly is, giving us these exciting matches like this all the time. Fantastic.
I know. I mean, he goes 1-2 in the group stage last time, and now he comes up with a huge overtime win. Drea, take it away.
Scott, the energy is electric. Problem. Let's talk about overtime. You relied on your run game, then you switched it up top for the touchdown. What did you think about the way you closed out this game?
He wanted to shorten the game, so I love that style. You know, I just struggled to get off the field, and he shortened the game. We only had a few possessions each, so I like that style of play. Overtime, I knew I was going to get him the run commit right there, and it was going to be a wide open pass.
You're a champion. You've been in these situations before, but I'm sure they never get old. Just describe the excitement and the energy and just the overall vibe in this room tonight when you won.
Hey, shout outs to the movement and everyone out there, Luminosity, that supports me, my family, my wife is in the stands. And, it's electric, and I can't wait till tomorrow.
All right, what's the objective tomorrow? We know you want to win, but how are you going to do it? What are you going to bring to the table?
Same thing I brought to the table today, and hopefully it's good enough.
All right, well, Problem, congratulations once again. It was electrifying seeing you do that behind the stage there.
Thank you.
All right, let's send it to Tyler and the guys. It was a big one.
All right, thanks, Drea. We saved the best for last. Guys, that was unbelievable. One of the best games so far in the Madden Bowl. The greatest of all time had to go to overtime to beat Duke.